All right, what is happening, ladies and gents? It's your boy Ninjerky in the house. Getting into that Destiny 2. Let's get at it. Oh, actually, you know what? I have to do this. I have to finish this update really quick. Hang tight, y'all. I forgot I was doing an update. That's why it's taking me a little bit longer to sign on and get started. I had a handful of updates, so getting those taken care of, and then we'll get into it. We're going to be getting into Destiny 2, and we're going to be farming as much as we can to get the heresy weapons. So, like, if we can get shiny adepts, great. If we can't, no big deal. But we're working on the Miramagu. And the reason why you want the adept, because you can have the adept abilities, the mods that you can add to them. Here we go. Start it up. 3, 2, 1. That. What is going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're all having a great day. Welcome on in. As always, thank you for being here. All right, here we are. Let's get back into it. Yo, what up? What's up, everybody? How you doing out there? Hope you're doing good. I think there's something with my chair, man. I think it's like the hydraulic is going out on it because I bring it up and it like it'll sink down, I guess. Okay, so I guess we finished storyline and everything that we could finish with the warlock. Let's finish the Titan and let's finish the Hunter story wise. I guess we can do that. Finish the quest lines. know what's wrong with this? I don't remember the defense being so low like that. Or the resilience, but oh well. We'll be fine. We're gonna be okay, ladies and gents, alright? We're gonna be okay. Alright, so that's Path of Ambition, Nether, Court of Blades.
I hear the thrumming of her war march. Sivuroth is near.
Keeps jumping in front of it. There we go. Get that one. Right. Ability faster. Yo, Whiskey Knife. Whiskey Neve. Yo, what's happening? It's good. I just started. Just started, and it's not too bad. Pretty chill as always. Okay, so we go. Okay, not bad, not bad. Yo, what up, Ketchup? What up? Retribution. What's going on, man? Hope you're having a better day, dude. Hope you were able to get some rest, chill out. Today's a new day, you know? Universe when ability is used, when provide special ammo to defeat combatants. Like that one. I wish PvP matches did skill matching. I always get matched with pros. You know what the funny thing is about that, Radiator? Is that all the pros and all the content creators, the PvP content creators, cry about matchmaking. So they originally did have it for a little bit, and then they reversed it because all the big streamers were crying about it. Because the exact same thing you're saying. Well, we keep getting matched up with the best players in PvP, and we should be able to play with everybody. And then that's what happened. They reversed it because it was for a little bit. It was skill-based matchmaking, and major content creators, PvP content creators, say they cried about it so much and swayed their audience, and Bungie switched it back to free for all. It's unfortunate. You should have both. You know what I mean? They should have both. Yeah, of course. I get that. I get that. But I was answering your question on basically, you know, you wish they switched. They had skill-based matchmaking, and they did at one point, but they don't anymore. You know, sucks. My issues that I can't. Hey, what's happening, Nikki? How's it going? Or is it Nick? Nikki, right? With two eyes. Yeah. Welcome on in. Just want to say hello. I grabbed that one. I gotta go over here. I don't think there is one over here. Is there? Yo, thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subscribes. Thanks for being part of the stream. I do appreciate it. Guardian Gaming, what is going on? How you doing, man? What up, King of Lamps? So far, so good, man. Just getting started, getting warmed up, as they would say. Are you to, bro? Okay, you want me to go there? All right. So I did everything I can do on this side. Nothing. I'm just catching up on story for all of my characters. Currently, right now, I finished the Warlock yesterday, and now I'm on my Titan. And I have this much of the quest left, so step 1 of 2 for, I think this was the second episode, or the second chapter. There's episode, heresy, and then the second act, I guess, and then the third act. The third was really short, so that way none of my characters are behind. But yeah, been a long-time Destiny player. Feel free to ask any questions, hang out. This is a chill chat, so I interact with everybody the best I can. And all I ask from you as the chat is don't be a dick. Be a nice person. So far, you know what the interesting thing about that, Warlock will always be my main. Triple glaving, Emmett, I'm double glaving, and I'm only using the baton for reasons. I don't know. But this is the mission I have to do. I have to do this, the nether with glaives or swords. But I'm double glaving, not triple glaving. And how are you doing today, Emmett? I hope you're having a great day, man. Woo! Is it really this? Okay, I guess I'll have to do the stone one. I'm great, bro. What's for fun for hunters these days? Well, believe it or not, moth build is still good. Moth build is really good. Hold on, let me put this back here. Let me go collect this stuff here. Doing good. Did morning coffee and gambit with the clan. Nice. Things are going great. Good deal, man. GG's. Cheers. So let me ask you something, Emmett. If you don't mind me, if you don't mind me asking, why do you like Destiny 2? Like you personally, not like for anyone else, like just for you, you know? Keaton, all you need is X-Darius. So for the hunter, exotic.
The oldest
I think it's a kinetic.
They call it the
Called X-Darius. X-Darius, I think? X-Darius? I think it's X-Darius. This right here. So you need this, X-Darius. And what this does here, Loyal Moss, Final Blows, and rapid direct hits with this weapon create a loyal moth. Basically, it'll be a purple moth. That'll give you an overshield. The moth will seek out nearby targets and detonate, damaging and blinding them. So there's two things that can happen when you hit an ad and you destroy it. You can either hit it directly,
And so in
or
this,
final blows, right?
Oryx
Or clear the
wishes
ad.
to begin again.
And when it does that, two things are going to happen. There's going to be 2 moths that spawn a purple one. That's a good one. And the thing that sucks about the other one is that it gets mixed up when you're in an area where there's like enemy moths, because they're the exact same thing. They don't. It's weird. It should have been like yellow or something, you know, or two. I don't know. But anyways, the purple one will give you an overshield, and the other one will go attack and destroy another. You know, will attack the ads. And the thing is with this, you never have to reload it. It only gives you one ammo, but you never have to reload it until your reserve ammos are gone. And then for giggles, you use the moth gloves right here, the moth keeper's wraps. And so basically you get 2 grenades and you can throw 2 and it spawns 2 moths. You don't have to use it, but it goes hand in hand with everything. And it's literally like, and then you know, focus everything into arc. So, and you just run around and just go crazy, man. Just be careful. You do get splash damage from Xdarius, but not as much. But it works really, really well. Yeah, I'm using Glaive because it's required for the this quest. So while on Path of Ambition, defeat Hive in the Nether with a sword or glaive. So I have to get that percentage up. It's part of the story mission. I finished everything with my Warlock, so now I'm moving up to Titan and then Hunter. Pair it with Strand. You can get 3 bases. Nades. Yeah, you can. Yep. Oh yeah, with whatchamacallit, freaking lasers. Prismatic? Are you talking prismatic or are you talking strand? Yeah, I mean that's pretty much as easy as it's gonna get. Like I build craft, but I'm not like an elitist about it. At the end of the day, you find what works for you, and if you like, because what's the point of, we all want to like our own things, you know what I mean? So like if you have like a specific, oh, this weapon's cool, man, I like it, it does what, you know, cool, like no, I ain't tripping, you know what I mean? That's for you. Enjoy the game for yourself, you know. So I'm gonna check out Emmett's post here. Don't get the morning. Okay, so I asked him why does he like Destiny 2, and that goes for everybody in chat. If you want to chime in on that, you know, why do you like Destiny 2? In a simple little sentence or two, you know. Right? Space magic, dude. Right here. Oh, you know what? You just reminded me. Thanks for that. Space magic. That's in the Eververse store right now for Bright Dust. It's a lot, but it's worth. I mean, I don't know. I did it. Nice, Keaton. That's awesome, man. So that's a father and son moment. That's cool, man. Passed down. Dope. Oh, did I overshoot it? There we go. That's right. I wasted the super because it was necessary. Oh, I don't know about this though. Oh no. Okay. All right. I thought it was gonna slide down. All right. So at the moment, I'm feeling all the love and the hate we had for the good time. You know, you got to look at it like this, man. It's okay to be upset. You know, hate is definitely a strong word, right? It's the strongest word out there, and it's the most negative, toxic trait trait out there. So instead of using hate, unless you genuinely hate it, but try to use the word dislike. I dislike this. It changes your psyche a lot. You know, because that's the difference between ultimately, that's the hate is we got to get rid of hate. Because hate is terrible. It changes your psyche. It changes who you are. It makes you, when you utilize it a lot, it's like you're speaking a lot of evil, like magic, as they say, right? And you're putting that on you're imprinting that into who you are. So when you switch it up just a little bit and just say, I dislike this. I dislike this game. I dislike the mechanics of this. I dislike, because a lot of what's happening is a lot of people are falling into the mob, right? Like to the groups, like, you know, there's 1,000 people and you don't want to be the one person that says, oh, I'm the other guy, you know, or I like it. And then 1,000 people are going to be like, oh, you know, you get pushed in, you know, guilty by association kind of thing. And I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on that. When in doubt, use Thunder Crash, man. Heck yeah, dude. Oh, excuse me, guys. Hello. Concentration. Hey, I've been playing Destiny since Destiny 1 as well. I enjoy it because, yes, it's space magic. It's literally everything that I've ever wanted in a FPS type game. I used to be a hardcore FPS player, you know, to the point where I almost wanted to be like competitive, but at the time there wasn't really anything competitive. The competitive scene wasn't like super crazy, and if it was, like, it was, you had to travel far away to it, kind of thing. So it was out of reach. Livelihood's always good. So check this out. For those of you that don't know, if you're hunter players and you have Lucky Pants, I know they nerfed Lucky Pants, but they nerfed it PvP. They nerfed the damage, but they did take away the cooldown from it, so you can have up to 6 times with malfeasance, which is pretty good, and then you can stop, reload, and do it again up to times 6. So for me, I look at it like this: you get times 6 damage without the cooldown. Now check this out: malfeasance works. It does additional 25% damage to taken enemies, right? So if you're teamed up with somebody that's using Witherhoard and you have malfeasance, and whether they hit the ground and the ads are inside of the pool or it hits them directly, guess what? They're considered a taken enemy, so malfeasance will adhere to that 25% damage buff. It's still good. I think it's rad. I think it's, I'm more happy at the fact that they took away the cooldown. The lucky, you know, the unlucky thing. Wish I had a mouse and keyboard. Would be much easier to do final shape. I only have my phone and GeForce now. You could play through old missions. So let me get this right. Let me get this straight. Wish I had a mouse and keyboard. M and K, okay. Would be much easier to do final shape. Only have my phone and GeForce now. So you're playing on a cell phone? That's crazy. Did you know that, I'm not saying you have a controller. I use a controller and I'm a PC player. I've always... There is a mode for Bluetooth. It may or may not work good depending on your phone. But the Xbox One button, they have this little button here on the top. You basically turn on your phone to the Bluetooth, and then you hold down this until the button... there's 2 blinks. So there's like a fast blink. It almost seems like a double blink. And then there's like a solid blink. The solid blink is for your Xbox. Like the faster blink is for Bluetooth. if you have an Xbox One or PS4 controller. So maybe that'll help. But the only thing is the latency will be pretty crazy on that. If you have console, obviously, you know, is the best way. But there's always going to be latency if you're using so GeForce Now, is that GeForce Now a handheld? I don't think it is, right? It's the cloud gaming, which is pretty good. It depends on your internet, of course. I was a part of the Xbox cloud gaming beta testing years ago, and I have hundreds of hours of testing like cloud gaming and so on. So basically, look at it like this: I had a Galaxy S8 Plus cell phone, and I got to experience Destiny at the time, Destiny 2 at the time, at 1080p 60 FPS. So Xbox One wasn't even doing 60 FPS. They were only doing 30 because it's throttled. I don't want to say throttled, but its capabilities are only up to 30 FPS. Some games are 60 FPS, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I mean, a lot of us wish we could play through some of the old missions. On Destiny 2, I don't know if you knew you could do that on some of these. You can play through like 1 or 2 missions. So if you go into destinations here, you go to here, the timeline, you can go all the way back to the Forsaken. See right here, you can play this activity with the whole, the cage scenario. Appreciate you sharing that, Emmett. Thanks, man. And to everyone out there too that's sharing it, sharing why you guys like Destiny 2. I appreciate that. It's always cool to get, you know, other perspectives of other people that, you know, play the game and why they like it. I mean, we all know, you know, I want to know the positive aspects of what it's done for people versus the negative stuff, because the negative stuff is always going to be the same, you know. I didn't see him charge up. I should have heard his voice. Oh no, he got me with the... How dare you? He's gone. So you guys see what I was doing there with the glaives are sick, dude. What I was doing there. So basically, it's weird, dude, with this boss. Always do the first 3 initial strikes, and then I'll do like 1, 2, but have the shield up. Wait for him to do the void slam. If you can block it, it'll tank it if you time it right. But sometimes he'll do it like really fast, and you'll get hit. So it's hard to get the timing because it is kind of random, but not necessarily random. Does that make sense? It's kind of random, but it's not random. I shouldn't have did that. I didn't really need it because it's the low level one, regular one, but whatever. You looked invincible against that. Yeah, you know, it's just timing. So glaive, like, go watch like how to use a glaive, you know, but really at the end of the day, you know, you want to make sure your charge is good. But remember that they did this adjustment to glaives. So you have when you block and you do the attack and holding the block, it does what is called a cancel, right? It'll go 1 2 instead of 1 2 3. It goes 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, which is great. Before they made the adjustment, that used to be the fastest way to do DPS with a glaive. Like, it was awesome, right? Now they added it where if you do 1 2 3 on the third hit, it does double damage. So let's say if it was doing 30,000 damage, right, and I did the third hit, it would do 60,000 damage. So it's enticing glaive players to do 3 strikes versus 2. So now you just do the 1 2 3, and then you can do the shield, and it will tank most things. Like, it obviously the weaken debuff, or the void weaken debuff, or whatever the debuff that you get from that tormentor, it still gets applied to you, but you still tank the damage. So that's the most important thing there, is tanking the damage and then still doing your full physical damage, I guess, if you will. And you should be good. Yeah, don't forget, ladies and gents, if you're here and you're in stream and you're in chat, please don't forget to follow. It greatly helps out the stream. I am trying to grow the audience and just try to make it out there. And I really do appreciate you guys helping out. And Mandalorian, thank you so much for the bit. The itty bitty. And with that, I'll do a shout out for that, man. I don't mind. You're good for it, my dude. So, and your help matters. Thanks for the great info. Yeah, no worries, Ninja. TV Dragon Ball Z. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. I've always liked that, how they did that. I went backwards, didn't I? My bad. Well, you know, I mean, if it's too much to do it, sometimes just subscribing is all right. And then you have this too, like, not that that matters, but it's 100% way to help the stream just by doing that. But at the same time, because it always works like this, right? All streaming platforms take 50% of everything. In this case, TikTok takes like 60-70%. Dude, check this out. I got what was it, like 5 cents the other day? I didn't get 5 cents, but TikTok did, because their new tier system that they have in place. It's kind of, I think it's kind of predatory, but I don't have any control over it. So what am I gonna do? So imagine 5 cents.
Does this knowledge make you bitter?
And let's say there's a million.
Or does it terrify
let's say just there's
you?
a million, right? Because on a monthly basis, TikTok has like 1.6 billion viewers, right? Active. There's like it's that crazy, right? 1.6 billion. That's a lot. And then the other part of it is, so you take 10% of that. And let's just say it's just a million. So a million, let's say there are a million live streamers, right? And each one of them give up 5 cents on this new tier system. How much money is that? That TikTok makes on top of the 50% of like subscriptions. All subscriptions. A lot of money. I gotcha. There should be some sort, you'd probably have to research your your GeForce to see if there's like a device or a mod that you can use that can help you out with that. I mean, I don't want to say mod. I want to say like a device, like when I finish this, I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's like a 12-in-1 or like a 6-in-1. Like it looks like a dongle that you can plug into your device. Like you can do it for cell phone, Type C. And what it does, it's like for the like the Thunderbolt software. Like if PC has Thunderbolt 4, research that, and then there's like these. It's like a hub. It's like a plug-in hub, right? You plug it into your device, and it has all these multiple ports, like either USB and or like SD cards. You know what I mean? To like the mini SD cards that you get from your cell phone. You can upload photos and stuff like that too. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Kind of looks like this. And this here has like two HDMI ports in it. It's got USB. It's got two 3.0 USBs on it, and then two 2.0 USBs. And then it's got the Type C and then Type C power, so it gives power, and it all comes from this one Type C. So with this Type C and my cell phone, I can plug it into my cell phone. I did this, and I couldn't record it because I didn't have another thing to record it with, but maybe I'll do it again. I was able to plug this phone into this, and it powered. If you don't see back here, these are two little 15-inch monitors, because I used this to play the Destiny mobile game. What was that game? It was a beta, alpha, whatever it was called. It was Destiny, but it was like the alpha, beta, whatever on the mobile phone. I don't know if you guys heard about that. A cable dock. Well, it's a docking system for sure. I don't know if it's a cable dock, but you can, I can run 3 monitors off of this technically, and run a PC. So I have a mini PC setup. So I was able to. One of the things I wanted to do is kind of like travel to events, and I can do live events and still have access to my phone is what I did. Yeah. With the DX, it's awesome, dude. Like the only thing I could say, like, it was awesome. It was really, really cool. The only problem I had with it was like was being able to keep the cell phone powered. Like it did have, but like a lot of juice was coming off of it. You know what I mean? Or being drained from it. But it does work. Like it was insane. I was able to do 2 15-inch monitors right here, and run a game off of it as well. Although the issue was the latency was pretty bad. So I will say that. Like it was good if I like dumped all of the graphics and everything down to nothing. Like it was like a good 30 FPS. But I'm not gonna lie, dude, it was cool. So something like that you can plug into your. It might be different for GeForce, but it depends. I mean, it depends on what your device is and what your device is capable of doing. But you can do something like this. Plug it into your device, and then you have 2 USB ports, one for your mouse and one for your keyboard, and then set it up and you're good. I've hand built 30 PCs in the last couple years. So I've built my own too. I have it's crazy to think about it, but I literally started with a laptop. When I first started streaming back in 2015, 2016, I literally only had a Samsung Series 3 laptop and a Xbox 360. And that was a hand-me-down Xbox 360 because of the Red Ring of Death, and I was able to fix it. So I just rethermal paste it. But anyways, you know, I don't claim to be like a super guru or anything like that. I'm just self-taught, man. Everything I've done, I've self-taught myself how to live stream, how to use OBS Studios, how to use all the programs. I have about 15,000 hours of live streaming on all platforms. You name it, Facebook, Mob Crush, anything that was able to have live streaming at the time, I was on it. And I was at one point in time streaming to 15 different streams. I mean, I was multi-streaming before multi-streaming was a thing. And then I had to stop multi-streaming because like Twitch, YouTube started regulating on multi-streaming and stuff like that. So I was doing a lot of that already and showing people that you can do it, you know. Oh, I already know that. I already know that for a third time, sir. I already know this. Okay, I'm talking about the USB hub thing. Okay. There isn't. Okay, unfortunate.
I don't have
You got to also understand, Radiator. I am also live chatting with 3 other chats too. So keep that in mind. I'm triple streaming.
We're on course to join the final ship.
No, don't be sorry. You're good.
I haven't found a strict eternal.
You didn't do anything wrong. You're letting me know not to repeat to you.
Sister,
So, you're good.
we are the hive. If we last forever, we prove it. And if something more ruthless conquers us, then the proof is sealed.
I like that. That's
It did, Ninja, but it also got hot. It got like really, really hot, and I get worried when it gets really hot because the battery will expand. And the phone that I have, I don't want the battery to expand because I can't replace the battery. I mean, you can replace the battery, but it's not meant to, you know what I mean? It's not one of those where you can take the back off and put in another battery. It's like you have to like cut the glue off the glass in the front case and then get in the back of it and then all that other stuff to get to it. I'm not into that. You know, I like it if it's work or something, but not into doing that, man. It's a pain. Yo, Lost King, what's happening, man? Welcome on in. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the sharing. I appreciate that. It's pretty cool, though. It's a pretty cool little device. And anyway, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a pretty cool device. Made life a little bit easier playing the Destiny Rise. That's what it's called. On mobile. I don't know if any of you were aware of that. There was a company that NetEase bought licensing for Destiny, and they went through and made their own game, and they did a lot of cool stuff in there that hopefully, you know, Bungie opened their eyes up to, and they did. They used some of the like the whole Thunderbolt with the barricade thing that came from that game, so it was inspired by that game. Jamal, how about you? You know, living life, dude. Digitally. Surviving like everybody else, man. You know? I'm gonna just finish this out. There's no need to get everything. Where's the... Okay. Keeping it simple, man. I just having good conversation with everybody in chat, you know? I'm pretty cool. I'm boom when it comes to that. You're fine, man. But at the end of the day, man, just know that, like, being a part of the Twitch stream, the ads that come out, it helps monetize and it helps keep the internet going, and it helps keep food on the table and stuff like that. So just know that for doing nothing other than being a part of the stream on Twitch, the ads that do come on, at least know that they're helping, rather than seeing the Twitch ads and it's not doing anything. If that makes sense. I wonder. 71%. Let's see if it. It doesn't. What a shame. It doesn't. It's funny because this is clearly a hive, but it's not going to let you do it. So oh, this glaive, this is the only perk that's on it. It's called Winter Bite. Winter Bite, Synthoceps. If you don't have Synthoceps, Warm God Caress works. It does more damage, but it takes a little bit. You have to do the setup. You have to, you know, clear 5 ads and so on and so forth. And then you lose it after so much time. I'm doing it because of the quest stuff. So what I'm working on here, for those of you that are just joining in, I'm just finishing off the rest of the storyline stuff for my other characters. I finished it with my Warlock yesterday. The complete whole, you know, all the stories or whatever, the episodes and the acts. Now I'm just working on the other characters, which is my Titan and Hunter. I'm on Titan currently right now. Oh, this one? This one is the new glaive, Refusal of the Call. Refusal of the Call. And the roll I have on it is just basically close to melee. Glaive projectile, final blows improve glaive melee damage. And then glaive projectile or melee damage extends the duration. And then with auto, it's just a random one that I grab. It dropped yesterday actually, and I just threw it on today. I was gonna triple glaive. Pardon me, I don't mean to yawn, but I can't help it. But here we are, you know what I mean? I was hoping that percentage would go up, but it's not. I'm at 71%, and I have to destroy Hive with what and obviously what I could be doing is not this, not this, not like this. I could be like going into orbit and coming back in. I guess I could do that. That makes it a little bit faster instead of having to run through and fight the very minimal amount of hive that are around. Because these aren't hive, these are like subjugators. And what are the actual official names? Like the group is called. I forgot. They're not subjugators; those are individual names. But like, what are the? Like, there's the Hive, there's the Fallen, right? There's the Ball. I forgot what this is called. If anyone can throw that out in chat. Dread. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Dread. Is it Dread? Like Judge Dredd. I am the law. I am the law. Yeah, see how I tank that damage? Well, you just gotta get the shield out before the damage hits you, I guess, before the hit. It's a timing thing. So for those of you that were wondering, so like when I hold the shield, notice how it does only 2 hits? See how fast that is? And then get out of here real quick. You know, finishers should be considered a melee hit, dude. Yeah. Pyroglades? Bonk build, dude. Where does this go? Let's go back. Does this go back outside? All right. So that's what I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go back and forth. I mean, Pyrogale, think of it like the hunters. Oh man, I can't believe I'm forgetting what the super's called. My brain doesn't work today. I'm sorry, guys. Golden gun. Gosh, the Goldie gun. So think of it like that. You know what I mean? You have hammer, right? You can have healing orbs if you want to. Oh, what's this? Cool. All right, cool. There's plenty of hive here. And just think of it as a burst damage, right? You could still use consecration in solar builds, right? So you can still use consecration. You have syntheseps. Just make it super unga bunga punch build, you know? I'll show you once I finish like this particular quest. Oh, it does count. Cool. So I don't have to destroy that boss. Cool. I can just sit here and farm the thrall. You could even do like fastball too, man. That's a cool one. It all depends on what you have too gear wise. 5%. Oh, did it stop doing it? 86. Okay. 7. Yeah, so I mean, I would just think of it like this. Just use the Pyro Gales as your like your boss damage or your big, big ad clear damage. Oh, he still got me. Ah. No, think of it like boss damage. Like, like DPS for a boss. Oh, here, let me, Roaring Flames is too good, though. So you can use fusion grenades, or you can use solar grenades. You can even use healing grenades if you want to. Up to you if you want to use Winter Bite. You don't have to. You can use whatever you want, really. Let's go with this. I'll use... So I wasn't planning on running away from a boss like that. It's all good. So you can use healing grenades when you want to like get in there and tank damage. Oh, that's right. You do power. Okay, Power Glades is that. So let's make sure that. You got me, fellas. Yeah, Sunshot is really, really good. But it all depends, man. It all depends on what you have, what you're trying to build. So you basically want a Pyroglade build, right? Glaive. It doesn't really take much, Let's see. Let's see if I can use something practical that anybody can get access to. Yeah, I'll just do the LMG like that. Most people have access to a, if you don't have, obviously, if you don't have Tanasha's Mastery, you can do Iron Banner. And basically, if you get Chill Clip on it, it's rad. Chill Clip. Reverberation is the reason why I use Reverberation is because of Prismatic. To be able to build up your Prismatic charge really, really fast for dark energy, for dark Prismatic energy, this is the way to go. Like, it's insane. You don't necessarily have to use healing either. You know what I mean? You can use whatever you want. Essentially, all you really need is like... It's for more survivability. But at the end of the day, when you have like Sunspot and you have Roaring Flames, those are going to be pretty good too. Where's the other one at? Has it respawned yet? Oh, there it is. Right there. So think of it as a one-shot, you know what I mean? For high damage. Because that's what it's literally for. You can't run, it doesn't come on with prismatic. It only has hammer for prismatic. You need the whirlwind thing. You need this one here, Burning Maul. Because if you read Pyrogale Gauntlets, modifies Burning Maul into a single high damage slam of hammer that creates several cyclones of flame. Consecration second slam creates a cyclone of flame. So like I said, you can do consecration if you need to. Just know anytime you change those mods that it'll take away your abilities and it'll take away your super energy. So yeah, so that's the whole point of the, so you'll see it like what it does like a big slam and it fires like one fire trail and then it hits and explodes and then it turns into a bunch, like I think 4 or a couple tornadoes, I think. I don't know. It's been a while since I used them, so forgive me on that. So you just lean into, you know what I mean? Read the abilities and the modifications on them. And then like here, every time you throw a hammer, you can stack Roaring Flames 3 times and it gives you a damage buff. So this is what you want to use it for right here. See the yellow bar? You just hit your super and then hit your... So you activate your super and then you, for right trigger, whatever it is to attack, like your shoot button, you do it once and it does a massive blast. Oh, grab my little baba. Need that. So what you want to do is you want to get your Roaring Flames up to 3 if you can. So your hammer does good work. And if not, you can do a regular punch as well. And then you want to lay into Radiant if you can. Because Radiant also gives you a buff and damage. Oh. And keep in mind these are lower level, but it does some pretty good damage for one shot, you know. But also, if I'm gonna be honest too, because the way Destiny is, you want to be able to, if you want like a really good build, you want to be able to focus your build on the current artifact. So if you look at the current artifact, right, it's Strand, Arc, and Void are your options. And the reason why is these will help enhance your build, right? More DPS, more, you know, just ability regen or whatever it is. So the biggest, it's the meta build right now. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it's the new ability that's been given, aspect that's been given to Titans. That's called Storm's Keep. Thing's awesome. So cast your class ability to grant a moderate amount of bolt charge stacks to you and your nearby allies. So while behind your barricade, you and allies gain stacks of bolt charge over time. Your weapon can discharge max stacks of bolt charge. So that's 10. Every time, right here on the left hand, it'll be on the left hand corner. Next to your super, it'll say like bolt charge 1 to 9 and then 10. And what happens with that is the bolt charges are so good right now that they're doing pretty good damage. Now, if 2 people get behind the barricade, that's 2 lightning bolts. If there's 2 barricades, like you're gonna see it here. Like, let me just do this. So you get behind your barricade, see the 9 charge. Look, and it also recharges your barricade. So you can throw another one down. And this is why Tenacious is good. Any kind of like AoE damage will help increase the counter because of the ad you hit. Yeah, see how he put his there? Then I can put mine. Like, there's 3 of them now. So look at that. I almost, I mean, if I sat here long enough, I can probably get my barricade back. But see, like you can feed into that. And then you have Thunder Crash, you know, so it's just all like what you want to do, you know. And the reason why like Le Monarch is really good, obviously it's unlimited ammo, and every time you do a precision hit with it, the poison proc. So if you see the poison explosion and it hits ads around it, that technically each hit will stack on that bolt charge. I would say all you would really need is Arc, but you can. I mean, play around, try them out. I definitely, you know, you don't have to play Arc, obviously, if you're feeling solar. But what I'm getting at is you want to be able to play, if you really want to have an effective, efficient build, you want to build into your artifact. It is what I'm getting at. You want to build into your artifact. Because that's going to help you out a lot. Look at that, dude. So each of those lightning bolts do a ton of damage, you know? It's too good. And then there's, if you really want, and if you really want, 1v1 only got 7.1 in Destiny. What's that mean? James Brown, what's up? 1v1 only got 7.1k hours in Destiny. Dude, that's awesome, dude. Congrats. I mean, do I do 1v1s? Is that what you're asking me? I don't do 1v1s. If I don't have to play PvP, I won't. So if you really want to get really simple and brainless like a Titan, if you have the Pale Heart, you're going after the Ergo Sum with Arc Conductor. This right here. Didn't have the right boots on for that either. That's funny. With Stronghold. So what Stronghold does is maximize guard stats on equipped swords. You take reduced damage while blocking with the sword, rapidly damaging targets. After blocking shots with the sword grants restoration for a duration determined by the number of shots blocked. So I have to get some ammo here for it, but let's do this. All right. So here we go. I can do this. And tank literally almost anything with this. So long as you have ammo. You see all so every time you do a heavy swipe, see all the electricity shooting out. Now I get behind the barricade and do it. Basically become indestructible. And all you need is 2 exotics. But you have to have the right roll on the exotic sword. Yeah, man. PvP, PvE. Yeah. This is chill, man. I just have chill streams, dude. You know, I got nothing to prove to anybody. I'm just all chill. It's a chill stream. We interact, we chat. Helping out Lost King. He had a couple questions about Pyrogale. So then I was just kind of explaining to him, like, want to lean more into the artifact because it's going to help you, you know, but you can ultimately play whatever you want at the end of the day. And trying to, like, give him, like, build ideas with base stuff that you can get in-game. So hopefully it's helping. Yeah, you kind of, I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. And even if you don't, I don't know how far you are with like prismatic. It takes a little while to get used to the gameplay, but you can do the consecration build, and people cry about the consecration build, but you can still do consecration and utilize the glacial quake. You just make sure you have Faceted Dawn, Faceted Blessing. So basically these two hand in hand. Faceted Dawn gives you basically every time you do melee hits, it gives you radiant. So powered melee hits against targets makes you radiant. Powered melee final blows makes you and nearby allies radiant. And then you have Faceted Blessing, which melee final blows start health regen while transcendent, and then melee final blows start health regeneration for you and nearby allies. And then you do Faucet of Courage. I do Faucet of Courage because it gives you a little bit more damage for abilities. Hence your Glacial Grenades and Consecration. It kind of goes hand in hand. Then you have Faucet of Ruin. This is important because it increases the size and damage of the burst when you shatter a stasis crystal or frozen target. And increases the area of effect of solar ignitions. Combined with Consecration and Knockout, you got a pretty tough build, you know. And the reason why I use Thruster is to get away from stuff. I use it as a defense and even offense. Okay. So see how one melee punch, I get it doesn't show it on the map or on the screen because there's too much going on. And then this exotic here, Synthoceps and Immos Light. As long as you have Synthoceps, you're fine. So I don't know if you've gotten the Dual Destiny exotic class item. If you don't have this, you can just use Synthoceps. You don't have to have that exotic. It helps because it helps you with the recharge of your abilities, but you don't have to have it. And then you can just have Consecration. Let me yeah, man. I just, end of the day, King, just mix and match, man. I implore you to read the abilities and then match keywords to that ability and see how it works out for you. What's cool about Consecration, you got this with the prismatic. Ooh, now you can utilize the stasis shard to do a little bit more damage. So you're just basically doing little things to push out as much damage as possible. Wouldn't let me get that last one. Gotta go back over here. This one. Consecration is great for ad clearing, and it's still. It used to be good for boss damage, but they nerfed a lot of it. for that, but as far as ads, they really didn't. So, and if you get stuck in a pinch where you're low on life and there's a bunch of ads around still, like red bars and even orange bars, you can you have to hit 2 for it to proc. If you're like red barring, you know, you can turn around and punch 2 ads. You know, you have to clear them. Clear 2 ads, and then you immediately will get radiant, and you'll get your health back.
Does anyone copy? Anyone?
For the most part, you'll be able to clear them. It's, and the way you know you get it is you'll see the little aura on the ground. See the yellow aura? And then you can do this. You get your 3 concentrations back automatically when you use prismatic. And your grenade does strand. There you go. And if you want to see it in action, since it's basically like the only really thing that matters in this artifact is going to be void. But I'll leave it just like this. How about that? I don't have anything that really matters. I mean, the glaive, I could do that, which... yeah, I could do that instead. All right, let me go back to apartments.com and get it all started up again. Hopefully that helps, man. And if not, dude, as you know, you can always go to like youtube.com, man, and just there's videos on all kinds of builds to go with. And obviously you want to always look at the stuff that's more current because of the buffs and nerfs. Yeah, no worries, man. There's also strand builds you can do with the Titan. They're not as strong anymore, but you can still use like Banner of War because the Banner of War heals you. But staple exotics, Synthoceps, Warm God, Caress if you don't have Synthoceps, Stronghold. You can even use Pyrogale if you want to. Peregrine Greaves are really good too for the aerial shoulder charge. But if you can get into Stoicism, basically your exotic class item by doing the Dual Destiny content, which is here in the Pale Heart. There's a series of things you have to do to get it, to unlock this, and you have to do it with another person. You have to have comms because there's stuff in the game or stuff in this mission, in this exotic mission that requires communication, and it's like, especially like in the end when you have to read and match a clock kind of setup. So it takes a little bit, man. But I mean, if you've already done it, great. Because once you have to do it once for each character. If you're playing 3 characters, like as a Hunter, Warlock, Titan, if you're just doing one character, a Titan, then once you unlock it and you actually obtain the exotic class item anywhere in the Pale Heart, when you open up chests, especially when you're finishing it, I guess when you're doing the overthrow, the drop rate is higher. But any like chest inside of this area, you'll be able to get a RNG chance of getting one of these drops. So remember too, when you also complete it, go to, for those of you that have, make sure you guys go to the Lost City here, and you go to the ghost. Where's the little ghost here? That's next to the postmaster. It's the little light. When you go to him, it has an attunement. You can attune one class item, and it'll increase the drop rate for that, if not all the time, you know. So if you want Synthoceps, you'll get Synthoceps, but this, you know, the other perk, you know, the other perk will rotate, I guess, if you will, but it's not 100%. Sometimes you'll get different ones, but for the most part, it knows you're focusing a specific one, so you'll get that one will show up a little bit more than the other one. If that makes sense. Yeah, that's going to help out a lot. It's about a good hour. It could be two. It's a good hour. It's a good 1 hour run, because the coordination, and it's one of those, it's frustrating because if you both wipe, you only get a token each. You get 1 life each. So a total of 2 lives. If you can't do that, you go back to orbit. That's the only downside of that. I mean, there's a lot of downsides to it, but that's the major one, is you go back to orbit and you have to redo it again. So communication is very important. Knowing what the symbols are, knowing what the callouts are, it's really important. So I'll do the consecration build for right now, I guess. All right, so what's the next part? The Echo navigation work scuffs at the failed efforts. Says I invite you to meet them in the battle edge. Okay, so I don't have to do that one yet. So let's finish these here. So this is quarter blades while walking the path of ambition further consumes power in this court. Okay. So Challenger slain and runes spent. So that's okay. So I can go back here. And so embrace your ambition. So that's what you want, not harden the resolve. Then I want to go in here and do this. So I got to run this. So basically I'll be running that. Yo, thank you so much for sharing the video, man. I do appreciate it. Thanks to everyone that's been able to come in and hang out and chat. I do interact with all 3 chats and with everybody the best I can. So feel free to, hit me up. I don't understand this. I'm not a service stream. But I don't mind helping people out when I can, if I'm not focused on something else already. But I consider myself a live streaming personality, so therefore I just interact with chat and everybody that comes into chat and hangs out, and make it a safe place for everybody to be able to hang out, on a daily basis. I do stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 5 days a week, and I have been for the last almost 9 years as a streamer. So this is what I do. This is what I love to do. This is my passion. This is my dream, and thank you for being a part of it. Hope there's more come, you know? Alright, so let me switch this out since I already have yeah, Synthosebs and most like gonna be pretty good. Did I just punch the worm? That's awesome if I did. Ooh, that dude does it. Yo, Retribution, what is up, dude? Hope all is good. I don't know what's happening here. Oh yeah. What you up to, man? Oof. I didn't have enough of a charge. Farming exotic mods. You're like, I'm never gonna do it again. You're farming exotic mods. Like on the Pale Heart. Let's go right here. That's right. That ogre moves pretty fast, you know, for being an ogre. It's Destiny 2 there. Katakuri. Oh no! Ah! Didn't make it. All right, let's go. Is that Destiny or Destiny 2 said hi? Hello? How are you? Yeah, you should be able to hear me. right, we got that done. We're almost done. We're almost done. It is called the Court of Blades. It's a new activity that was added into the heresy. I take it you don't play Destiny. It's the new current stuff that's out. Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool, or you haven't played Destiny in a while, I should say. He's got to detonate that. Yeah, it doesn't take much, man. Okay, what do we got here? We got gloves. want double bows like that. Although the explosive dragonfly, that's the roll right there. But it's not as shiny. But then there's this one with sword logic and warm up. That one's pretty good too, but I have to keep one of the. Yeah, but unfortunately, I do appreciate the gift. You gotta do better, man. You gotta fix that. You gotta fix that name, bro. Bussin'. Yeah, appreciate that. Have a good rest of your day and take care. Thanks for stopping in. Isabel, what is going on? How are you doing today? Let's see, 18. I've been at it to say the least. I've been at it for a little while. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to fly. I mean, although I do appreciate the gift and everything, but I know what you're trying to do with it. Unfortunately, it's just not warranted on stream, bro. Sorry that you feel the need to do that to other people, you know? That's a damn shame. Appreciate that. Okay, so we got this one done. Debris slab. Gotta go to the slab. I know, exciting, right? Doing all these episode missions. Ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da.
do is be prepared.
My proud sister reduced to this. Savathun has made her play. I feel the threads of her power. She would tear me from this prison and bind me to her throne world. The heretic queen, Eris Morn, tells me that Savathun's throne is a garden filled with light. That's not how I remember it. My sister's high coven was a place of sharp knives and subterfuge. No longer. She acts in earnest, and so she acts predictably. She's betrayed her nature. Remind her that her starving worm would have eaten her alive. Go to her throne, disrupt the words of her binding and the strength of her brood. To be bound to that place would take me from one jailer to another. I would need time to break my sister's snares. But soon, I will break the hand that wields you.
You can try. Okay, so we're on to the next part, which is world and put a stop to the ritual. So going back over to here. You have to make our way all the way over to the her throne world place.
Guardian, the Witch Queen reaches into my throne and seeks to excise the echo from it. Make haste and infiltrate her court.
My sister's spellcraft will choke this nascent cyst if you do not intervene. She wishes to free me, not only from you, but from this world.
I gotta do the one with the ambitious assassin. I've been wanting to try it out for a while now. Hey, welcome back, man. Hey, Katakuri. Tone it down a little bit. You're gonna be okay, man. Orange Wizard, what is going on, man? Doing pretty good. Nice. Okay, so that is done. I mean, I want to give it the old razzle-dazzle, you know? Ooh, steel. Woo! Glasskeeper. I'm doing some of the storylines, yes. Yes. Just leveling up the weapon really quick. How's everything with you, Isabel? Orange Wizard, what are you up to, man? Oh, I see it. What's going on, Marco? How you doing, man?
little vanguard puppet, and dump those scorned meatheads and their shoddy tech in the dirt, would you?
All right. Oh, yeah. So I guess I had to respond to a couple emails real quick. Some of the YouTube staff.